Hi Stampers, welcome to Great Inspirations. My name is Kim Tolbert and I create handmade cards and share ideas with you. And today I'm going to be sharing a fun fold that's quick and easy and yet different enough from a normal card that people go, oh wow. And that is called the Double Z Fold. Now a couple of weeks ago I shared how to make a diagonal Z fold. And, those are fun. But these are fun too. And on hot summer days, I do like to spend time in my craft room. But I also like to be outside during the summer, in the garden or just out, doing fun things. And today is an absolutely beautiful day here in southeastern Indiana. Even though it's July 1st, some way, it's a miracle. But the humidity is gone, the skies are blue, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So making cards quickly is one of my imperatives for summer. So I've made these 3 cards, and it is like I said, a double Z fold. Here's this little walrus one. Opens like this, and they stand up for display. And here's a little shark one. Happy birthday. Now on this one, I put a panel on the back so you could sign your name. On this one, I just have an area inside the card where that can be done. And then here is the Stampin' Up! Stamp Set Friendly Fins. And happy birthday. And again, a panel on the back. Now these cards are super simple to make. And you can dress them up as much as you like, or you can make them plain and simple. And all you have to do is have your card base and then the smaller card base. You can decide if you want to use some pattern paper, or if you maybe just want to stamp on these areas, and if you want to add the panel on the back or just have a space here to sign your name. And these cards, once they're made, they are A2 size, so that means they fit into an A2 sized envelope. For those of you who use Stampin' Up! Envelopes, that is the medium envelope. So how about we put one of these cards together? Let's do this one. I have all the pieces. Set those aside for now. So what you need are 2 pieces of cardstock. This is your main card base, and it is 11 by 4 1/4 inches. And then I have scored it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. And that's just like we would score it if we were going to make a regular Z-fold card that is a landscape view. So that's the first one. Now the second one, this piece of cardstock is 9 inches long by 3 1/4 inches wide, and it's scored at 3 6. Now you don't have to remember those numbers because all of this information will be available on my corresponding blog post, and the link to that blog post is in the description of this video. So now what we want to do is we want to do our folding. We'll start with our card base, and this at 2 3/4, that is a mountain fold. These are bone folder. And then the 5 1/2 is a valley fold. And there is that. Now we need to fold our smaller card, the double Z, in the double Z fold. And at 3 inches, it is a mountain fold. And at 9 inches, it is a valley fold. So there we go with that. Now we have some pattern paper. This one is just the normal 5 1/4 by 4. And then we have some other pieces. There's some teeny tiny pieces in here too. I'll probably lose them if I'm not careful. There's the happy birthday. That goes with that one. Okay, so these, if you do the standard where we make a 1/4 inch shorter and a 1/4 inch narrower, it would be 2.5 by 4. So you need 2 of those. And like I said, this one is the normal 5 1/4 by 4. So let's get some adhesive. And we'll start putting adhesive on the back of these and get them on our card base. Maybe. There we go. Just leave your nice little border on all sides. Just do the best you can there. This one will be easier because we can match it up right with this one. There we go. Now just this one. There we go. So there's the main card base. Now we'll have our smaller one here, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Just get some adhesive on the backs of our layers. And this one goes in the middle. As you can see, I've already stamped happy birthday on there. There's that. One more. There we go. Now we just have to put our little embellishments on here. Like I said, there are some teeny tinies. We put them on this bag. So first we have our little walrus here. He's in the water and there's a gull on his head. And we are going to put our just floating by to say, and then of course happy birthday. So we need to figure out a nice place to put him. And this. So I think he'll do nicely there. And I can't remember if I did use dimensionals on him. So we'll get some dimensionals. We'll pop him on there. One doesn't want to come off. There we go. And again, I want to just kind of, there we go. And then this will just need some dimensionals along the bottom. And then we have a couple of little fish, and I'm going to use some, there's a little tiny one, going to use a glue dot. Now, I'm using, almost everything I use is Stampin' Up. A lot of these items are retired. But I am going through a time where I am trying to use everything, or at least use up a lot of things that I have collected over the years. And yes, I've made a lot of cards and used a lot of it, but there's an awful lot I have not used. So I'm trying to use those papers and cardstock and everything else. And I challenge you to do the same. And by that, I mean, you do not have to use the same stamp sets. You don't have to have the same papers I have. Go through your stash. See what you have. Put together things that you like. Maybe you don't want sea creatures on your cards. Maybe you want flowers, or maybe you want trees or leaves, or, you know, just any other image that you like. Definitely choose what you want. Then just use this idea to make the card your very own. So now we have the walrus again, and we're going to put him over here. And I'm just going to use some adhesive to put him down there, since it's basically inside the card. And this card is a little thick anyway, so you don't want to add too many dimensionals and too many more layers. So there he is, and of course we need to get that little bird back up on his head. And this actually came from a current Stampin' Up! Set called Beach Day. But I thought he resembled this one enough that we could just pop him on his head. Then that way I didn't have to try to fussy cut that itty bitty one. I did fussy cut the fish, but this one had to die, so that made me happy. So he's on there, and now I only have one fish to put down here as opposed to the two, but that'll be okay. And I will just get that right down here. And there we go. Now we're ready to put these together. Now, what I do is I just get that out of the way. Just put this in here. See, I slide between the layers here. And I just pretend that this is a layer that I'm putting on my card, and I'm going to center it. Now, you can put it over farther to the left or farther to the right. You can put it more towards the bottom, more towards the top. That's entirely up to you. But I found the absolute easiest way for me is to just center it, and then kind of look, kind of have a feel of where, okay, this is where it goes over the card base. That's the side I need to put the adhesive on. And I just stick really close to that side. Then I get my card all lined up again. Just hold it in place, no pushing down yet. And if I feel it's kind of where I want it, then I just press down and it's attached. And now we just open this and we put adhesive on the back of the smaller card. Then all we have to do is close it. And there we go. There's our Double Z Folk card. And like I said, it does stand up, so it can be displayed. It's just that easy. So there's the one that we just made, and here's the one like it that I made earlier. And then here are the one with the shark and the one with the, well, that's a shark too, the hammerhead. As I said, the directions and a cutting chart and scoring chart, plus the supplies I used, will be found in my corresponding blog post, and the link to that blog post can be found in the description of this video. Thanks so much for stopping by today, and until next time, stamp happy!